It's been just over a year since we did the front M Sport conversion on this car, and today we finally have the long-awaited rear bumper, courtesy of keysmotorsports.com. Now for those of you who are actually planning on buying this bumper, stick around to the end because there's a couple little things that you need to know before you actually place your order, but I'm really excited for this. I feel like it's been a little while since I did like a full-blown BMW DIY, so let's pull this thing in the garage and get this started. So in order to access some of the bolts for the bumper, we have to take out the outer part of the taillights, and then I'm going to take the wheels off, that way I can get inside the wheel wells. Now you might not have to do that on your car, but because I'm lowered and I have 19-inch wheels, there's no way that I can get my wrench in there without taking the wheels off. So let's do that really quick, and then we will start taking this bumper off. So on the back side of the taillight, when you take this little carpet cover off, you're going to see 3 8mm nuts. Just go ahead and take those out. You can kind of peel this carpeting back if you need to get a better reach in there, but that's all there is to taking these out. So this bottom piece of plastic also has to come off, and there's going to be one of these plastic covers on either side. So you can just take a flathead screwdriver, there's like a little opening for it, just pry it out, and you'll see the bolt there right underneath. So before I go any further with the disassembly, let's take a look at the new bumper. Now it's got 2 pieces here, as you can see, that have to be assembled. This bottom piece here is modular, so depending on whether you have the dual exhaust or the single exhaust, that's something that you can choose. I just have the single exhaust, as you can see. So we're going to snap that on, and then what I want to do is I want to look around the bumper and I want to see where the holes are, that way I know where to look for the bolts to take off. So all of these round circles here, these are where the bolts are going to be on the car. So we can see there's a couple on the top, and then there's going to be a few on the bottom of this valance here. So let's get this assembled, and then we can start taking the old one off the car. Alright, so the new bumper is fully assembled. All that's left is just to take this old one off. So looking inside the wheel well, there's 3 bolts that need to come out right there, and then behind there is going to be the last 2 on either side to access the bumper. So let's take these off, and that should be all we need to do to be able to take this bumper off. Alright, so after you pull back that carpeting in there, that bolt right there is going to be the last one that you need to take out. There's going to be 1 on either side. So after you've taken out all the bolts, take a look at your new bumper, and you see all these grooves. On the actual car, there's going to be clips that those go into, so you kind of have to reach back there with either your finger or a flathead screwdriver and undo the clips that basically fasten this into the car. Alright, so taking the old one off was kind of a pain because those clips on the inside are kind of hard to reach. So I ended up breaking a lot of the ones on the original bumper. So hopefully this new one goes on more smooth than the old one came off. bumper is flexible and has a small margin of error built in, so don't worry if it's not perfectly aligned when you first snap it on. You'll be able to line it up as you secure the bolts. Alright, so there you have it. The reassembly is pretty straightforward. I mean, you're basically just putting the bolts back in where the old ones came off. A couple things that I learned about this, if you're going to do this at home, one is that when you're taking the original bumper off, you really get the feeling that it was designed to be put together but not so much taken apart. So don't be surprised if you break some of the clips on your original bumper, but as far as putting the new one on, it just snaps right in place. It's really not that big of a deal. And then the other thing that I found, the only hiccup of this project was in this lower corner here. There's three layers of plastic that basically layer one on top of the other, and if you don't put them in the right order, it just simply won't line up. So just be cautious of that as you're assembling this lower portion of the bumper. But other than that, it was pretty straightforward. The fit and finish of this thing is just amazing. So like I was saying earlier in the video, if you do want to pick one of these up from Keys Motorsports, the link is down in the description. The only two options that you need to be aware of is whether or not your car has parking sensors. Mine did not have the sensors, so I didn't need to worry about that step. But it is an option. If you do have parking sensors, you can get one with the holes pre-drilled for them. And then the other thing is whether or not your car has dual exhaust or if it has single exhaust. So basically whether you have a 335 or a 325, 328, 330, those are the single versions. So just so you know, like I was saying earlier in the video, this part here is modular. So if you have a 325 and you just have a single exhaust now, but you're planning to get the dual exhaust at some point in the future, you can easily swap this part out. I don't think the Keys sells that part individually, but I'm sure that you can find it online. So that is an option. You can upgrade to the dual exhaust and you don't have to replace the entire bumper. You can just replace that little part. So thanks for watching, guys. Give me a thumbs up if you found this helpful, and I'll see you in the next video. So this video is actually a little bit sentimental because if you've been following me from the very beginning, you know that every video basically I filmed here in this driveway or in that garage. This is actually my parents' house, and now that Katie and I are buying a house, this might be one of the last, if not the last, DIY ever filmed in this spot. Like even after we moved out to our apartment, I still kept coming here to make the videos, but pretty soon we'll have our own garage, our own driveway. So take one last good look at it. This might be the last time that you see this filming location.